What's up, fellas? Wanted to jump on real quick tonight and do a quick preview of these upcoming fixtures we got going. We are in the tail end of what's been a crazy season. Steven, I know you've been really excited about some of these this week. I just feel like there's so many that could really be pivotal in a lot of different races. From relegation to European spots to teams fighting out at the middle of the table. It's pretty crazy. I guess we'll do I'm just gonna run down all of our fixtures for right now. Then I'd love to get you guys' thoughts on maybe what you're most looking forward to, what you would suggest fans tune into. Although I do realize not all of them will be televised here in the States, so apologize if we're excited about a game that you're not able to see, but hey, nonetheless. So we'll do that, and then maybe get some quick previews. Keep things short and sweet tonight, but just want to get you guys ready for the weekend. So Friday, which is tomorrow, we're going to kick things off with Hoffenheim hosting Leipzig, 2:30 Eastern. We got Wolfsburg and Freiburg for Saturday morning. Dusseldorf and Dortmund, also Saturday morning. Hertha and Frankfurt, Köln and Union Berlin, Paderborn and Bremen to round out our Saturday morning fixtures. Paderborn Bremen, I think that's one of the ones that you had talked about, Steven.
Yep.
Then Saturday afternoon, the big one everyone's been talking about, we got Bayern hosting Gladbach. Sunday morning, we're going to kick things off with Mainz and Augsburg, Schalke and Leverkusen to round things out on Sunday afternoon. So, yeah, it's a lot. Steven, is that Bremen Paderborn the one that you're circling this weekend, or I'm sure you're probably looking forward to that Mainz one as well?
That Mainz one's going to be interesting. I think the Hoffenheim and Leipzig game is going to be interesting, especially after the Hoffenheim news about their sacking their manager. Be interesting to see what kind of how they come out playing this game. But Wolfsburg Freiburg is going to be a pivotal game as well, because that has a lot of European play riding on that one. Berlin and Frankfurt. More so for Berlin than Frankfurt, but that one has something riding on it as well. Köln and Union. You get what you get with that one. And that's one of those like mid-table teams that's not like fighting for really much, except for maybe I think Union might be, if they can get like a point or maybe 3 points from this one, I think they'll be safe next year, even though I think they're already safe as it is with their first half season. But yeah, that Paderborn Bremen, that's going to be interesting to see. I know that one's not going to be on TV because Paderborn and Bremen, but yeah, that was going to be interesting because that has, those are the bottom two teams.
Right. And obviously, I think we all said like Bremen season's over, right? So they're really just playing the spoiler at this point. Because 3 points for Bremen, they're still right there fighting with Dusseldorf for that playoff spot.
Yeah, and I think we're all pretty much going to say that Dortmund's going to take the Dusseldorf game, even though we can't. Although Dusseldorf could pull a surprise one, but I think we're all expecting Dortmund to pull that one out. But if by some odd miracle and Dusseldorf does win, how that puts a lot of pressure on Bremen to actually get these results, because if you look at their remaining fixtures, they don't have a lot of time to make up that ground.
No, and as we said, they've already had the games that they should have won. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They had the games that they should have won to get themselves in position to be safe. Where when they get in a position here, they're playing some of these games.
Because after this game they play Bayern. That's a loss.
Bayern, Mainz, and Köln to close things out, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if they don't get points against Paderborn, they're confirmed to be relegated.
Ooh.
There's I don't see any points out of those next three. They may be able to draw against Mainz and Köln, but
Yeah,
That's not.
even then,
But even then, if Paderborn gets one win, it's over.
Yeah. Keenan, what you looking forward to this weekend? I mean,
Or
I know obviously, I know obviously the Bayern Gladbach has a lot of interesting storylines coming into it. Is that your marquee fixture, or you got your eyes elsewhere?
Well, always like to check out Friday fixtures. Things that kick off. Yeah, definitely Bayern Gladbach. Just given the roster changes that are happening with that one. But the big one for me that I'm really looking forward to is that last one, the Schalke Leverkusen.
Oh,
Schalke and Leverkusen will have seen the results from the entire weekend. It'll play into their minds onto how they go into this game. Schalke with the desire to get a win for the first time in the last 12 games and to play spoiler a little bit. And Leverkusen, obviously, they're sitting on points the same with Gladbach, and so they'll know the result heading into that game. We'll see if they can close out a team that, given current form, they should beat.
yeah, that's one that I think. I said it. If I ever was going to maybe lean towards Schalke, this feels like one. I just feel like Leverkusen has been. People want to talk about the Bayern match, but for the most part, they have been flying pretty high. The occasional slip up here or there. I know people will downplay the Pokal one against the fourth division side, and people had talked about how they hadn't even played in 90 days or something like that. Something crazy. But again, you went out there, you took care of business, you did it without Kai. Team football, which is something that I've criticized. Said you're too reliant on Kai. You're going to go where Kai goes. Kai's out, and they're like, you know what? We're going to take care of business. This week, they're still haven't confirmed Kai's going to start. I'm thinking he'll get some action this week, but that's certainly going to play into it. But yeah, you have to feel like Wagner's job is on the line with this one too. If Leverkusen comes out and runs things, it's tough.
Yeah, he's not losing his job this season. He'll get through the end of the season. You're going to sack a guy after this game, you're going to let him have this game and then just sack him with 3 games to go, just finish it out.
We saw it at Hoffenheim, and they've been in much better form.
Yeah, but they sacked the guy before this game. I think if you're going to do it, you should have done it now. I don't think you wait until the last game here to do it. So I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think it's the wrong move either when you're looking at,
you're going on the road to Frankfurt. You've got Wolfsburg, and then you've got Freiburg. All, this run here, even in a decent form, is a tough run, let alone the form you're in right now. You have to look at that and say that's LLL. Leverkusen, though, to round things out, while we're just looking at it, they've got they're going to be hosting Cologne. Then they've got to go on the road to Hertha, and then they close things out with Mainz. So again, anything can happen this time of year.
Yeah, definitely not the most ideal stretch, and definitely want to take care of business this weekend. Get those 3 points because you don't know for sure. They don't feel those next 2 fixtures or 3 fixtures don't feel as secure, obviously, as this one should.
Now, the team, as you touched on a little bit, Bayern, who feel pretty secure. I believe a win. Does that straight up win the title for Bayern this week?
Yep, a win locked up the title.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think.
So Dortmund would have to lose. It's a 7.
I didn't think we were even contingent on results anymore.
Dortmund would have to lose. So it's there's after this weekend there'd be 9 points up for grabs still, with a 7-point lead, assuming that Dortmund and Bayern both win. So there's still theoretically a chance there with a 9-point gap. If Dortmund is to lose and Bayern is to win, then the title is secured.
See, Roy McKay said it was this week. I'm going to Roy McKay said. Club legend.
If they win, I think.
Yeah, I know it's like, but I was thinking mathematically. But you're right. Mathematically, it's not quite there.
Yeah. That's based on what my math says. It should.
Yeah. Well, McKay said it on ESPN, so I'm gonna go with that. This week's the championship week. But yeah, touching on Bayern a bit, if you're not up to date on that, and we talked about it on the last show, but I'm gonna be without Lewandowski and Thomas Muller because of the red card accumulation, and then on the Gladbach side, they're gonna be without Playa. So some really big names gonna be missing from this one, which is a shame, just given that it's a marquee fixture late in the season. These teams, past few seasons, this one has felt a lot like a rivalry. Gladbach's gotten the better of Bayern lately as well. And I know they'd love to play spoiler. This one is at Allianz Arena. Take that as you will, given the current circumstances, but still an ominous place to play, as I'm posted up outside right now. Any early predictions? We'll run through all of our predictions, but any early calls on that one? Do we think Bayern still takes care of it? I mean, I'm thinking maybe a Xerxes striker. We'll see what lineups are looking like. Or do you think Gladbach maybe rains on their parade?
Bayern gets the win.
Win for Bayern?
Yeah.
Stevie?
This one's tough to call. Because without play, if Gladbach had play, I would have given it to Gladbach, with no Lewandowski and Muller. But without play, I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Somehow I'm feeling a draw on this one. But also on the flip side of this, away teams have been a lot more successful during like the ghost games, quote unquote. So does that play into a little bit too with recent results? We'll see.
Yeah,
but it'll be interesting how the lineups go with that one. So I can't make a prediction until I see lineups, because I also heard that I know Gnabry was out for the.
Yeah, he was out training.
I don't know if they've said anything about him.
It's been interesting with Gnabry. He's been out. It seems like every week he's missing training sessions, and then still manages to be fit by game time and cook up his magic. So I feel like they're doing a really good job of saying, okay, you're not 100%. We're going to rest you today. Like traditionally, Bayern has done a bad job with that, kind of running guys ragged. So props to the fitness crew there. Let's hit some rapid fire real quick. Nothing more, nothing less. Just give me a win, lose, draw. We're just gonna run through these fixtures real quick for the fans. For the Friday fixture, and I know everyone's gonna want to try to talk about it. Gave you a chance to talk about it. Now just give me win, lose, or draw. Who's taking this one, Keenan? Hoffenheim versus Leipzig.
Leipzig takes it, but it's close.
No. Steven?
Leipzig.
I'm going to draw.
And that's what I meant by close, was that I was leaning towards the draw, but I'm going to go Leipzig.
All right. You could take a draw. I said win. I was win loss.
No, I know, but I'm gonna stick with.
Oh, this one I should have talked about as my marquee. I don't know why I didn't. Wolfsburg, Freiburg, two teams. Whew. This is my marquee. I'm gonna say it right here. This is my marquee.
It was one of the ones I had circled. I'm gonna go Freiburg.
I'm going to go Wolfsburg.
If Wolfsburg takes this, I think that's the end of Freiburg's European chances. Yeah. We're not going there, but you said Wolfsburg, Steven?
Yeah.
I feel Wolfsburg too. They've been a beast. Tough team. Düsseldorf, Dortmund. We're all Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Yeah.
It's not going to – not bad. Hertha, Frankfurt.
Hertha.
Got to go Hertha.
Yep.
Cologne, Union.
I'm going to go Union.
I'm going to go draw.
I'm going to go Billy Goats on that one.
Steven, you said what was yours?
He went Union.
Union. Okay.
Paderborn, Bremen.
Oof. I'm leaning towards draw, maybe Paderborn. I'm gonna go draw on that one.
I got it. I gotta go Bremen. I gotta go Bremen.
Bremen.
Bayern Gladbach. I think we already made our calls for that one. I do think Bayern gets it done. And I actually think it's going to be more straightforward than people are saying. This Bayern side, something different right now.
Yep.
Mainz Augsburg.
Mainz.
Quay's on the score sheet.
What's that?
Good. Quay's on the score sheet this week.
I hope so. But it's not that they need him to score, but if he does, it'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm taking Mainz in this one.
Yeah, they're getting goals. I'll take them. Schalke Leverkusen. It's okay. Conan's blowing.
It's at Belgians.
I think they get it done.
They could get.
Tyler? You taking Schalke?
No, but very tempting. I just, I feel like what a crazy season this has been. I mean, the win's got to come. It's got to come. Like, this is historically bad for them. Like, I think it was since, the 98 season or something like that. This is
92, 93.
92, 93, so even worse. Yeah, the win's got to come. I mean, what better place than to rain on Leverkusen parade? With Kai, it doesn't happen, though. I go Leverkusen.
Stevie.
Draw.
Leverkusen wins regardless of Kai.
Diaby, score sheet.
Birds.
Yikes. They balling. They really are. All right, Jess. So that's the rapid fire. I remember now why we've been holding off on the predictions. Bundesliga is crazy. It's crazy. Even now, we're sitting here Thursday night, like 10 p.m. You'd think we'd be able to call games by the weekend, but there's so many games. You're like, let me see those pre-match lineups. Let me see what kits they're wearing. Let me see how they're looking in the warm-ups, down to like the very last minute to make the calls. And even then, still feel like you're.
Yeah, I feel like we need to reevaluate at halftime.
Yeah. But good predictions, boys. Anything else we missed between our last show and this show that we need to cover before we wrap things up?
I know we may have mentioned it in the chats, but and I know this is kind of old news, but I think it's something since it's confirmed now. But let's see. Lucas Toussaint is joining Hertz in July. That was confirmed on Tuesday. I mean, it was something that was done in January, but they sent him on loan to Lyon. But that's another interesting one because Lyon is still in Champions League, but he's set to join Hertz in July.
And I feel like it's fairly pricey, that deal too, from what I heard. And then you touched on the Alfred Schroeder news from Hoffenheim. A weird sacking to me because they haven't been terrible. I said it, I feel like every week that I feel like they're right where they should be. for whatever reason, I think upper management really is pushing for them to be a European team this year, which good. I mean, have ambition, but I'm kind of like it's not been a bad year, especially given all of the departures that they've had over the past couple seasons. But
and Sasha Reether, who is the first team coordinator for Schalke, is not rolling out a new deal for Stamboli.
yeah, seems like a little bit of bargaining there. From what I heard, trying to
so he could be coming back. Just depends.
Did hear news too. Florian Kohfeldt at Bremen. From what it sounds like, if Bremen were to be relegated, he would be taking that Hoffenheim job, which would be very interesting. And I say that just assuming that if Bremen stay up, I'm not so sure he would stay because he's so beloved there. And I mean, to keep them up, I think would be enough to buy him some time. But I certainly think if he's relegated, he'd be the number one candidate for the Hoffenheim job, which I think would be a good fit for him. He's a great manager. He's been pretty unlucky at Bremen.
Ooh, Sabitzer is a doubt for Leipzig's trip to Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's non-factor to me, but I picked a draw on that one though. So I think that's everything. It's been kind of a quiet week, which means we'll probably get some interesting news coming up.
Did the rumor also about Flick admits he could use another winger?
Who?
Flick said he could use another winger.
Oh yeah, that stuff's funny to me. All these people at Bayern, alluding to it. Here's my take on it: is that we saw what happened last summer with City lashing out about don't tap our players and stuff like that. I do think there's a little bit of humor in this on Bayern. There's been a lot. I mean, Ole Hoeneß came out and said it. He sort of used Leroy Sané's name because I guess he's no longer affiliated with the club, quote, illegally.
Right.
You hear all these other, Lewandowski talked about it. I think Alba talked about it. This other winger, this big signing. It's funny to me because I almost feel like it's banter. I don't know, gents. I'm waiting for that deal to close. It's gone strangely quiet, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's when Bayern gets things done, when they get this stuff out the news and just take care of business. So I got good hopes. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make this call now while we're on this. I believe. Let's see what Bayern's remaining fixtures are. We got Bremen, Freiburg, close things out.
Wolfsburg.
Might say I'm cheating a little bit to push it like that, but I'm a 20th. Yeah, I'm gonna say before the Wolfsburg game. I said somewhere between these last ones. I think it'll be announced before the Wolfsburg game. A few days before the Wolfsburg game. Be talking about it during that game. It's just traditional Bayern. We've seen it time and time again. They get that big name signing right before the end of the season. They started to roll out the new kits.
Yep.
We saw that against Frankfurt. So they'll probably have maybe another new kit in one of these games to close out the season. And then boom, Leroy Sané 10 on the new kit.
There was something in a report of the black kits being unveiled soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna end. It's gonna have the 10 Leroy Sané.
But this is about the time when new kits start showing up on teams anyways. Like every now and then you'll be there's a like the last game of the season they'll have some special kit that they'll roll out for the last game of the year.
Yeah, speaking of kits, really appreciated the Frankfurt Black Lives Matter kits. Steve and I were talking about this just in general, the backlash that those kids got, and the it's an interesting time, gents. It's a very interesting time. Then this is kind of old news. DFB did officially announce they won't be penalizing players for making protests. They did the right thing there.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I think that's a good roundup tonight, boys. We'll be back in action on Twitter, on Facebook over the weekend. Come say hey. I'm sure we'll be doing some live tweeting of the games. Hopefully go viral this week. Pick things up next week. Starting to close things out for the season. So if you're new, it's an exciting time to be on board. We appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe. We'll continue content over the summer in some kind of capacity. So I hope. All right, boys. Well, until next time, I hope we all have a good night.